Hello. A few months ago I made a video basically showing my first ride on my then brand new CRF250L, and as a new rider this was kind of a big event for me in a sense. Anyway, today I thought I would make a little video updating you on what has been going on. So up to now I've driven just above 2,000 kilometers on this thing, mostly on the road, but also on gravel roads, so exactly I would say about 60% on paved roads, maybe 30% on gravel roads, and 10% would be on, I would say, easy off-road conditions. Nothing too difficult. So up to now, that it has been basically my wife and I kind of exploring our extended neighborhood with our bikes. So overall, I'm so glad I've started motorcycling. It's awesome. I think I found a new passion in my life, and this is motorcycling. So this is awesome. The CRF250L has proven to be a great bike for me. I'm quite comfortable on it. It's not the most powerful, but it gives me the option of going off-road. In terms of the helmet I'm wearing, right now I'm using an RI Signet Q Pro Tour helmet. Basically I've gone with that helmet because I guess my head is kind of long, and I have a big head, and my head is kind of the more long and narrow, and most other helmets were putting a lot of pressure on my forehead, while this one I guess is designed for long and narrow heads, and as such it fits much better. I can go for hours without feeling any pressure anywhere, so that's perfect. I guess the main negative for me, from my point of view, in terms of the CRF250L, is I guess the range. I live in a more rural area, and gas stations can be quite far apart. So if you don't plan your trip well, you may end up running out of gas in the middle of nowhere. Hence the roto packs I'm carrying with me, so that just gives you a bit of extra range and a bit of safety in terms of making sure you don't run out of gas in the middle of nowhere. But other than that, this thing has been working beautifully for me in terms of learning to ride and being forgiving, because as a new rider you make mistakes, and if I were riding a super sport, I'm sure these mistakes could have been much more costly and potentially painful, but with this it's forgiving and it works well. Another thing I've realized is that I like making these little motor vlogs. So I think I have figured out, the technology for me. So I use a little action cam from Sony and a little Sony microphone in my helmet. But my wife and I are connected through CNA system. CNA, I think there's 10 R's. Anyway, and what I would like to do now is create these, I guess, dual vlogs. I haven't yet figured out the technology here on how to make this work without spending tons of money on buying another camera. But what I'm thinking about doing is buying a voice recorder, like a Tascam or there's a bunch of other brands there, and just a microphone to go with that. Stick that in her helmet, and not the voice recorder, but the actual microphone. I guess the voice recorder can be in her pocket, and just during the editing process. Yeah, so during the editing process, trying to put the two together, like her voice recording plus the video and my voice recording, and make it work that way. As you start motovlogging, you're thinking, okay, there's some guys out there that are extremely popular with hundreds of thousands of followers. And you look at what they do and you're thinking, oh, that's kind of nice, but this is not me. And then you see, a whole bunch of other vloggers that actually are producing some kind of neat stuff, but they have very little in terms of following. And I'm trying to find my voice in all of that, and hopefully I will, and hopefully at least some people will be interested in what I have to say and how I say it. But at the end of the day, I think the point is to enjoy what you're doing. So if I enjoy making these little videos, that's all that counts. If people happen to like what I'm saying and what I'm doing, well, that's just a bonus. If they don't, well, I will do them for as long as I enjoy them, and that's it. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this little tour, and we'll talk to you later.